Need some red potatoes, some cabbage, an onion, and some sausage. We use Conecuh, but you can use anything you want to. You're going to cut the Conecuh into rounds and put it into the skillet. And all of the oil will start to come out of the Conecuh. And this is what you're going to use to put the rest of your stuff in to cook it. You've got your potato. You've got your potatoes. You're going to cut them in half and then hold it together and cut it in little slices like this. And that makes lay it down if you want to so it won't be wobbling all over the place. That makes the potato into little half moons and then add those to the skillet. All right, next we'll slice the onion. Go to the top of the onion and slice it off like this. Then make a little slice down the side of the onion and peel the first layer off with all the brown papery peel. You don't want to put that in your food. It won't cook. It's tough. All right, once that's done, lay your onion down flat and slice it in half. And then just cut it just like that. So it's also in half moons. You're going to throw that into the skillet. I'm going to use a whole onion, but if you're cooking for 2 people, you might just want to use half. And you're going to throw that into the skillet and let it cook for a while. I have an electric skillet. You can use any kind of skillet that you have. All right, just use your spatula to break up all your onion pieces and kind of stir it every now and then. Usually potatoes have to cook about 10 minutes in the skillet, and you'll have the skillet on medium, so that's 5 or 6 or so. And let your potatoes cook about 10 minutes with your sausage and your onions. And then you're going to sprinkle some salt and pepper over it, and we'll add the cabbage. Okay, cut your cabbage in half, and you'll see the part with the core in it. That's the part up there at the top that looks like a U. Lay it down flat so it doesn't roll. Okay, and we're going to cut the core out of the cabbage. Just make kind of a V cut right down here where the core is. And that should get most of it, but you can turn it over and see if you need to trim a little more out of it with your knife. And get all the core out because that's too tough to eat. And then flip it back over and cut it in half. And then we're going to slice it really, really thin all the way down. Very thinly sliced all the way down, and then you add that to your skillet. Once you've got all the cabbage added to the skillet, sprinkle a little salt. If you want to measure it, it's about a teaspoon of salt. And then you're going to sprinkle a little pepper according to how much pepper you like. This is probably a half a teaspoon, maybe a quarter teaspoon if you don't like things very spicy, or you can just sprinkle it over the top like this. And then you're going to give it a stir. Get everything mixed up well. And the cabbage is going to need to cook in there for about 10 more minutes. Don't put any water or anything. There's plenty of water that'll cook out of the cabbage. At this point, put a lid on everything and turn it down just a little bit to maybe 4 or 5. If you have it on a regular stove, you can put a lid. If you don't have a lid for your skillet, you can use a large dinner plate. When it's done, The potatoes will be nice and soft. Everything will have a good crisp coating. And if you have any of this good brown bits in the bottom, just scrape that up and stir it in because it makes it more flavorful.